Hello everyone, I'm back at home in Koh Samui, Thailand. It feels really good to be home after a few weeks of being on the road. And I decided today to start by introducing everyone to my kitchen, because a lot of people are curious about how I eat, what I eat. I tell people, look, I don't even have a kitchen and I'm able to eat healthy. Someone asked me in Australia, what does that mean? Do you forage for food? And I actually had to laugh, and I thought people need to see how I live, because I live quite well, but it is simple. At the end of the day, I want you to realize you don't need a lot in order to eat healthy. Okay, so just have a look. This is my kitchen here. This space here is all I have for a refrigerator, a few shelves, which I'm going to show you what's in them in a minute, but just a few bits and bobs. The only main appliances that I have are a blender, a juicer, and a kettle. And that's basically it, and that's really all that you need if you're eating mostly raw food and eating a lot of healthy, fresh stuff. So exactly what I have is kind of interesting. Let's open my fridge. I didn't prepare anything today for this video, so whatever I have is what I normally would have. And a lot of people are always trying to have a peek into my fridge when they come by my place. So today, in my fridge, I've got 2 carrots. I just bought these this morning. I went on my run this morning and I popped in the market on my way home from my run. I try to buy fresh every day when I can, so I try not to have too much stuff in my fridge. I am lucky that I can do that in my life, but it's very easy just to stop by a fruit and veg shop on your way home from work and pick up a few things. It doesn't have to be a huge 2-hour shop when you buy your produce every day. So I've got 2 cucumbers, a few carrots, I've got some plums from Thailand. I've got a dragon fruit. This comes from Vietnam. This is for a smoothie. I've got greens, of course. Jennifer's refrigerator would never be complete without greens. This is gota kula. This is a wonderful local fresh green that grows naturally in Thailand. This is what we call a wild green, so you can see all the power in this green. It's just growing everywhere. Great for green smoothies. I'm going to make a green smoothie with this later. I've also got some parsley, which I love for my green smoothies as well. And then in terms of other things I have in my fridge, I have agave nectar, which is a sweetener. This you can't buy in Thailand, but living in Asia is no excuse not to have healthy food. I have people bring it over to me when they come from the US, or I have it shipped over, whatever I need. I mean, the world is a small place today. It's not that expensive to have things shipped. I have some flaxseed oil. I have my vitamin greens, which I use in my smoothie. I've got a few different supplements here. I've got some cayenne pepper, some probiotics. What else do I have? Some kava kava for relaxation. I've got some milk thistle, some fresh dates. Then I've got spirulina powder, hemp protein. These are all things for my smoothies. I have some fresh limes, some fresh garlic. I've got some tahini in here, which I don't normally eat, but it's there. Sometimes I might do some type of special savory smoothie with some tahini to make it a bit thicker. And that's about it in my fridge. And I basically try to eat fresh every day, so I'll try to eat as much of this food as I can today and then buy fresh again tomorrow. That really is the best way to get the most nutrition out of your food as well, because obviously the longer that it sits between the time it's picked and the time you eat it, the more it loses its nutritional value. So moving on to what else I've got. My sprouts, of course. Everyone knows my sprout bags and how much I love sprouting. So here are my wheat sprouts, which look a little dry. I'm sorry, darlings, I didn't give you enough water today. It was a hot day. And then I also have some mung bean sprouts. And I was snacking on these a lot yesterday, so there aren't too many left. But my sprouts, as you can see, I mean, I don't have a place above the sink to hang them. So I just hang them right on a hook next to my fridge. It's not a big deal. This stuff is only a big deal if you create barriers in your mind to make it that way. Some other things that I have, again, I haven't planned this in advance. We just started filming. So I've got some powdered greens, which I take on the road. They're pre-packaged greens, super blend powders. so I don't have to take those big jars of spirulina with me. I've got some pumpkin seeds here that my parents gave me when they were visiting a month ago. People want to know what sinful things I might have. I'm going to show you one. You ready for this? Coffee. Shh. It's okay. It's organic, and actually the majority of the time I use it for coffee enemas. So it's going in a different way. Sometimes I might have a cup of coffee if I'm working a 16-hour day, as I often do, and I know I shouldn't. But I don't have it that much. This coffee I bought probably about 14 months ago, and I still have over half of it. So I have it on occasion, but it is important, if you're going to have something even like coffee, don't beat yourself up that you're on coffee. Just make sure that it's organic. I can tell you the buzz that I get from this is very, very subtle, versus the buzz that I get from Starbucks makes me crazy with shakes. So there is a difference between organic and inorganic coffee in terms of health, and what it can do to your body. So in here I don't have any food, just I've got a press to make fresh orange juice. I love grating things, so I have a grater for my salads, and I just have some Tupperware and another attachment for my blender. So I don't have a lot. I have one cutting board here, and I have one serving plate here, and then I have salad bowls and plates and forks and knives. I mean, I don't forage for my food, and I don't sit outside and eat like a monkey. Okay, I'm very civilized with how I live, but I want you to realize that you can live very healthy, very simply. Not a lot of money, is just making the time. So just a few more things I'm going to show you that I have. This is sort of my condiment area. I've got Bragg's raw apple cider vinegar, which I add to my salad. Sometimes I have a swig of this in the morning. Very good for health. I've got some extra virgin olive oil. I also have the Bragg's liquid amino acid. I tend to use this for my salad dressings in replacement of soy sauce. This is a wheat-free version of a soy sauce. In case you're sensitive to wheat like I am, I have Himalayan sea salt. This was a treat. I just bought myself this in Australia, the Bragg's Sprinkle. 24 herbs and spices. I decided to try it. It's good. Would I buy it again? Probably not, because to be honest, it's $9, and I don't think it was all that. But I am open to trying new things, and I do that often when I'm traveling. This is something else I got in Australia and just brought back with me. Tamari organic soy sauce. It is wheat-free, so I'm going to try this in a few of my salads and see how I go. I've got some cayenne pepper. Very good. I've got tons of mung beans for sprouting. So here are my mung beans, pre-sprouted, which I buy at Tesco. There they are, waiting to be soaked and released of their enzyme inhibitors so they can come to life. I have some dried goji berries. Don't normally eat those, but I have them. Here I have the raw cacao. So I've got, it smells exactly like Hershey's chocolate. Raw cacao chocolate beans, and they're natural source. I got this nice little kit to grow your own wheatgrass at home. This is something that you can buy in Thailand. I just haven't had time to do it, but it is there waiting for me patiently until I do it. I've also got sun-dried tomatoes, not soaked in oil. They're cheaper when you buy them loose like this, and I tend to rehydrate them in water before I eat them. They're really nice to add to salads to give a little bit of a nicer taste. I've got almonds here. Sometimes I soak those, make a bit of almond milk. Sometimes I just eat them as a snack. What else? I've got flaxseed, which I also add to my smoothies. And I've got sesame seeds. And I've got chickpeas, which are here waiting to be soaked. Not too many more things hiding in here. It's mostly just, I don't know what's in there really. Just cups and saucers and things like that. I've got some chickpeas. This is my seed medley, so I have a mixture of different seeds. You can see The black sesame seed is winning the seed medley at the moment. I need more of a balance in there. In terms of what I use, I've got my grater. This is my favorite grater in the world. I use this all the time. And I have a few knives. This is normally the knife that I use to open my coconuts, but my coconut man hurt his foot at the moment, and he's out of commission for giving me coconuts for a little while. But this is not a lot of stuff. I mean, you don't have to have a big exotic kitchen. You don't have to have miles of counter space. You don't have to have a lot of money to eat well. And I want to just stress the fact that eating fresh is best. Don't overbuy your food. You can buy it every day and get it more fresh. And don't beat yourself up if you're not there yet, okay? It is a process. It is a journey. Thanks, guys. See ya. That was a long time.